I'd like to share a personal story. This is the set I used to shoot my real estate videos, so don't let that throw you off. But I'd like to share what I learned surviving cancer. Every survivor's journey is different. This is mine. On February 11, 2016, I got a phone call that I had been expecting. After 4 weeks and a series of tests, cancer was suspected but not confirmed. The biopsy would bring those results. And the answer came that day. The nurse said, "Mr. Elliott, the biopsy has revealed that you have liver cancer. The doctor would like you to come in so we can discuss options." I agreed and hung up the phone. I sat in silence as I processed this information. I wasn't shocked or stunned. I wasn't panicked. I was numb, I think. I want you to know something, though. I'm the guy that would secretly wonder, what's the point in this life? Why am I in this world? God, what do you want from me? I wouldn't walk around sharing these ideas with others. These were the secrets that would lie down with me at night as I was searching for a purpose of some kind. I was the guy that said to God, if you want to take me tonight, go ahead. I'm okay with it because I'm kind of done. All this while being perfectly healthy. One of the first thoughts that came to my mind after the effects of the call wore off was, I can't be dying. I'm not done yet. I've got so much to do. That's always struck me as ironic as hell. Here's what I've learned. Time is precious and time is short. But I didn't think that way till a doctor told me I was running out of it. I went from I'll get around to living someday to I gotta squeeze a lifetime into 6 months. I had a girlfriend at the time. I was in love. I'm not so sure she was. And I work in an office where we are close, family close for the most part. I did then, and I still do stay pretty much to myself. But on this occasion, I opened up. My work family took a stand immediately. There was no question I was not alone. As for the other, not so much. What I learned was, in my life, I allowed some people in. And I'm not just talking about a girlfriend. I'm talking about people in general. People I shouldn't have wasted my time with. I know this sounds harsh, but if someone isn't open and uplifting and excited about life, someone willing to be honest enough to tell me when I'm off base, I'm hanging with the wrong folks. So as time passed, I became very selective on who I call friends. This is a big one for me. As important as relationships are, especially under these circumstances, no relationship is more important than the one I have with myself. I can have the best of friends with the best intentions, but it's me that's got to get up and get busy taking the needed steps to save my own life, period. No one can do that for me. I became laser focused on one idea. I'm 100% responsible for everything that happens to me, even if it's not my fault. My responsibility is my response to what happens to me. And I had a lot of responsibilities. I had to get insurance, can you imagine? I had to keep making a living. I had to learn how doctors and hospitals work. I'd never even been admitted to a hospital before. And so much more I can't even tell you. But in the midst of being totally overwhelmed with everything I had to do, and with a decent chance of not surviving anyway, there was one single, simple idea that kept me moving forward. I could only do what was in front of me today. That's it. One day at a time. What I learned was this. If it's Tuesday, do Tuesday stuff. If it's Friday, do Friday stuff. If it's Sunday, do Sunday stuff. And that's what I did day after day after day. Until 1 year later, we had beaten back the tumor, and on February 7, 2017, I had a liver transplant. And just a couple of months ago, I had a final scan that declared me cancer-free. Ta-da! I'm still here. I'm smart enough to know that God and politics can be inflammatory topics. So my take on God here is my view and my view alone. The belief in a God of my understanding, the belief that God loves me and cares for me, and the faith that however this is going to turn out is okay, even if not what I wanted, was what kept my wits about me while I went about the business of fighting my cancer, one day at a time. The one thing that would have certainly killed me would have been to quit, to stop. Stop believing, stop trying, stop loving myself enough to keep going. There were times when I was wondering if there's a point to it all, and when that happened, I would call a friend and they'd say, Andy, you've got more to do. And they were right, and this is it. To tell anybody that's going through what I did, to tell anybody that needs to hear it, don't quit, don't stop, keep moving. It's so worth it, it's so worth it. You've got more to do. I did it, millions have. Keep going. Give yourself a chance. One day, one moment, one breath at a time. God bless.